Alright, somebody in comments on one of the videos mentioned that you can compel a public official to do something, or have the courts compel a public official to do something in Wisconsin. This is specifically, and there's a statute that says that such a thing can be done. Now, I forget the numbers, and I don't really have Wi-Fi at the moment. But also, well, I asked ChatGPT, what's more appropriate, a subpoena or this compelling, this statute that says you can compel public officials to do a duty that they're supposed to, that they're not doing, that they're maybe putting up a protest against. And ChatGPT said that between the two choices, a subpoena is more appropriate. Okay, and I'm looking at subpoenas. I asked, since my judge Sanfilippo was able to arrange the police chief Chandra, I forget her last name, Chief Chandra. She was at hearing number 2. Chief Chandra was at hearing number 2 at the court's request. So that prompted me to ask, how did Chief Chandra arrive at trial, or at hearing number 2? What compelled her to come? Okay, and so I asked the court clerk. I did like a public records request as official as I could, asking to see the subpoena, because that seems to be kind of the standard way even for courts. And I got a response after just a couple of days. Is, I guess, kind of an informal request. I got a response saying that there is no subpoena. The courts didn't issue Chief Chandra a subpoena to come to court for hearing number 2 a couple of weeks ago. So then I ask, what did compel her to show up? Okay, because I'd like to use that method. All right, do the courts use a different system to bring the police chief to one of my hearings to answer for why they're charging $600 for the body cams and all of that? Okay, because I'm thinking subpoena. All right, because I have more questions, like the officer aide opened up the door to other cases that he put into the police reports. Okay, and so I'm asking through FOIA again, because that's Wisconsin. You got to do that for your own trial. You got to FOIA the information to use as part of your potential defense. So I'm asking that, and I keep thinking, okay, if they're going to deny it or put a paywall, if there's any paywall, then it's subpoena time. But it sounds like the courts, to summon somebody, to summon a police chief to court, is not subpoenaing. So what are they doing? Okay, that's the question that I ask. In Wisconsin, what are they doing to get people to show up to court? All right, that's maybe an alternative to look at. I mean, I want to do it right. I want to be working within their process. So that's it. And they've opened up some doors. Subpoenaing is not always used by the courts to bring officers into a hearing, and there's a little bit of an unspoken process going on here. Yeah, what I would ask too is, like, if it's going to cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get the police policies, then maybe I can ask more of a yes/no format, like such as, did officer aides or I don't know, for some reason I forget her name again. Did Officer Aids violate the police policies in any way? Okay, I mean, maybe I don't need to see the police policies and judge for myself. Maybe I could ask them to search them, to investigate themselves, right? That always turns out great. They want to charge me hundreds and hundreds of dollars to look into it myself, but it could be free if I just ask them to investigate themselves. I'll be like, did Officer Aid violate the police policy when he left my stuff laying on top of my car in handcuffs and drive away, then later return and blame me on the radio for leaving my stuff on top of the car while I was in handcuffs? Is there anything in your police policy that says that's okay to do? Okay, that's the question to ask. I want to make this as cheap as possible, but you know, I could still wield a subpoena or whatever the court is using to bring documents or government officials to hearings and trials, since apparently I get two trials pretty much guaranteed for this. By the way it sounds, two trials are guaranteed for this case under different courts in Wisconsin. It sounds like you don't have to put up much of a fight to get a second trial. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now, and you know, it's a learning process, something that I probably should have done a long time ago. I guess I should have gotten in trouble with Wisconsin a long time ago, well, or at least put up more of a fight. So that's where I'm at.